In this week's episode of Working with Work, we're back. Hello and welcome to this first episode of Working with Work for 2018. This is episode 49. My name is Carl Pauline, and in this week's episode I want to talk to you about the process being more important than the end result. Okay, what do I mean by the process being more important than the end result? Well, one of the problems that many people have when they start a new enterprise, whether it's creating a YouTube channel, creating a blog, creating a business, or any hobby for that matter, is they always seem to be focused on the end result rather than focusing on the process that's going to get you to the end result. Now, this has something that I've read about many times, and you can go and watch Gary Vaynerchuk videos if you like. And Gary Vaynerchuk is always talking about focus on the process, not the end result. And his classic example is that he wants to own or buy the New York Jets. Now, I have no idea how much it would cost to buy the New York Jets, but Gary Vaynerchuk's point here is not the actual purchase of the New York Jets. The point is he's loving the process that eventually will put him in a position to be able to buy the New York Jets. Now, one of the things that I've been asked many times in a lot of the podcasts that I've been on is about how do you create a YouTube channel. Now, personally, as I've mentioned before, I don't particularly think that my YouTube channel is that successful. There are many people out there with hundreds of thousands of followers. I'm just a tiny percentage by compared to these people. But one of the things that I know is that I've been running this YouTube channel now for about 2 years, just over 2 years now. And one of the things that I have discovered is I don't actually enjoy the publishing of the videos. That's not my favorite part of this whole process. My favorite part of this process is the planning of the videos throughout the week, and then sitting down on a Saturday afternoon, setting up my mini studio in this little room and being able to create these videos. I also love the editing process, because the editing process these days, I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro, and I know that this application has so many other features that I could use, but each week I'm learning to get that little bit better at Adobe Premiere Pro, and I am thoroughly enjoying the process. The same goes for Monday mornings. Every Monday morning I sit down with my computer open and I use, if you follow me on this channel, you'll notice that I use Ulysses for writing blog posts. And I just love the process of sitting down on a Monday morning, just emptying my head of the ideas that I've had about the blog post and just writing. Those 2 hours that I spend on a Monday morning writing that blog post, to me is just brilliant. I love that time. When it comes to publishing the blog post, I'm not really that interested anymore. I still enjoy sharing what I'm creating with the world. I do enjoy that process, but it's the actual process of planning, recording, editing, or planning and writing and editing and putting it all together and then publishing. For me, the process is the most enjoyable place. I have no idea how many YouTube followers I will have or how many people on my blog post will view my blog post. And to be perfectly honest, I don't really care about the numbers. I only care that I enjoy the process of creating the content that I'm creating. And that's something that for you guys out there, if you truly want to build something remarkable, you really have to enjoy the process more than you enjoy the end result. Steve Jobs talked about you've got to find what you love. Now, a lot of people misunderstand that about loving your work. What he actually meant at the time was you have to find something you enjoy doing, because it's the process of doing. It's not actually the end result that matters. Of course, we hope the end result. Whatever it is we're making is going to be successful, make us fabulously wealthy, and bring all our dreams come true. But if that's all you're focused on, if you're only focused on the end result, then I'm sorry to tell you this, but you will fail. It takes many, many, many years for you to build something really successful. I've talked many times before about how long it takes for someone to become the top blogger in the world. Seth Godin, I think he started 1995, 1996. I don't know, but he started 20 years ago. Now he's in the top 10 bloggers in the world. But he started 20 years ago. He processed. Any interview about his blog, Seth Godin talks, he just loves to sit down and write. Again, for him, it's not the end result. It's just about the process of writing. He loves that. There are so many people out there that you can see when you watch their videos or you read their blog posts or whatever. They love the process much more than they love the end result. If you're focused on the end result, I'm really, you're just not going to succeed at whatever it is that you're doing. So what I'm trying to tell you out there, and maybe the takeaway from this video, is when you're looking for your vocation in life, when you're looking for something that you really want to focus on, find something that you really enjoy doing. The process is the most important thing. Whether it's photography, you've got to enjoy going out on location and taking pictures, or setting up your lighting for the studio, whatever it is, whatever type of photography you're doing. The process is much more important than the end result. One other thing I would add to the mix there, though, is that you need to enjoy the learning process. I have loved learning about YouTube, creating YouTube videos. I just love that whole process. I watch other people's YouTube videos. I get ideas from other people's YouTube videos, how they're producing them, how they're editing them. In fact, one of the funniest things is I find myself watching television on a Friday evening, which is my TV night, and I'm watching it and I'm thinking, wow, how did they edit that together? Could I do that in my own YouTube channel? That whole process is something I love doing. And that's the way you want to be, whatever it is you're creating, whether it's a business, whether it's a YouTube channel, a blog post, whether it's an Instagram account, whatever it is, the process is far more important than the end result. It's the process that's going to get you where you want to go. If you like, the journey, as often people will say, the journey is way more important than the destination. And that's the way you need to be thinking. If you like, this is the secret to success, whatever you do. Now, as I say, I have no idea where my YouTube channel is going to go. I have no idea how popular my blog is going to go. I have no idea if my online courses become the #1 best-selling productivity courses in the world. Frankly, I don't care. What I do enjoy, though, and what I do care about, is the process of putting it all together, because I just love that process. And that's where you want to be if you want to build something successful. You have to enjoy the process of the journey of getting you to where you want to go. And hopefully what I've spoken about today has given you some kind of inspiration, or at least kind of like an idea of where you want to be. Because if you hate doing the process, you are not going to get to the destination, because you will quit. And I see so many people out there full of enthusiasm when they start something, and then within a few weeks their content creation is dropping until eventually they do quit, because they're not enjoying the process. So there you go, guys. My #1 tip for this year, my first tip for this year for you guys, is find something that you enjoy. Just enjoy the doing and not focus too much on the end result. The end result will come because you're following the process, and you're doing the process over and over and over again. You're getting better. Practice. You will ultimately reach the destination that you want to reach. Okay, thank you very much for watching this first episode of 2008 of Working with Work. If you like this episode, please click on the like button below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. It just remains for me now to wish you all a very, very productive week.